Dogma students. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a drawing that would be great as a gift to someone for Mother's Day. It's a picture of a mug with some steaming hot coffee or tea, and it is in the style of a Brazilian artist named Romero Britto, and he's actually a contemporary artist, which means he's alive and working today. And this is the painting that inspired our work that we're going to be creating. And as you can see, these are some more of his paintings. Actually all of the paintings have a simple work of art with a strong black outline. Lots of the paper is broken up into different sections, and in each section we have different patterns, lots of bright colors, and it's very fun and cheerful artwork. So I think it's perfect for a Mother's Day project. So the first thing you're going to do, you need a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to be using a Sharpie. And the first thing you're going to do, you can hold the paper horizontally, and we're going to make the table line that's going straight across, and it's kind of a little bit lower than halfway. So if you want to find the halfway point on your paper and just go a little bit below it. You can use a ruler, you can take something like an edge of a book. I'm just gonna draw a straight line right across the paper. Okay, if you want to do it, Ralph. The next step is to make the little saucer right under it. So as you see, Romero Britto made this like long oval shape. You can do that. You can make it a little. I'm gonna make something a little bit more rectangular just for this one. But you can pick if you want it to be circular, oval, rectangular. So just to do something a little different, I'm making it more rectangular. Then you're gonna make two lines coming up from the saucer. These are gonna be the edges of your mug or your cup. And connect those lines with a straight line. Now I'm going to show that my mug is actually sitting on the saucer. So you're gonna bring these two lines down past the table line and connect them like this. And here I just turned that as part of my design. If you're using a pencil, you can just erase this line if you don't want to make another section on your mug. I just turned it into another part of my mug design. So it's up to you. Next thing we're going to do is draw the handle. So from the side of the mug, you can make it any shape you want. I'm going to make a loopy shape like this, and then right above it, double it up. And as you can see, I'm making it a little different because, you could pick. It's a design choice. So then we're going to make a line going up from the middle of the page. So, if you want, you can fold your paper in half. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle. And so we're going to split up our background into two sections over here. Then you're going to split up the table into different sections too. So I'm just going to make some random lines from here to here, and maybe one there and there. You can make as many sections as you want. You just want to break up your paper into different sections like Romero Britto. All right, I think I'm done over here. And the next thing we're going to do is draw those steamy lines that show that your cup of whatever it is very hot. Most people like their drinks hot. And so you're just going to make a wiggly line coming up here. Double that up if you can. If you feel like that is too hard, then the next wiggly line, I'm going to start it a little bit higher. You see? So they're not all exactly the same. I'm going to start this one up here. If you don't want to double it up, you could just go and make it a little thicker. Okay? And of course, we're going to color that in black. All right, now the next steamy line I'm going to show coming out of the cup. and not going as high as the other ones. Filling that in with black too. And here I made 5 lines. It doesn't really matter how many lines you make. I'm gonna leave this one with 4. Okay. So then we are going to make the heart in the center of the cup, which is one of those signature designs in Romero Britto's work, which makes it perfect for Mother's Day. And so I made a little heart in the center of my mug, and then you can break the mug up into sections too. So I'm gonna make like a little diagonal line through the mug. You can leave it like this if you wanna write something on there, you wanna write the person's name, or you just wanna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like this because I have one sample with, I Heart Mom and one without. Then we're going to decorate the background. So Romero Britto used a lot of polka dots, a lot of diagonal lines. He also used a lot of letters. So my mother's name starts with an L. So in one of the sections, I decided to use L, uppercase L's, lowercase L's, script L's, bubble letter L's, just to make it a little interesting. And here I wrote mom, mom, mom in one of the sections. I put hearts and tulips, diagonal lines, polka dots, V lines, fish scale patterns, flowers. So you can, if your mom likes donuts, you want to make one with donuts, you want to show, your mom likes to play basketball, you could do some basketballs. All right, so it's up to you. I'm just gonna do kind of something similar. I'm gonna do the same diagonal line pattern here. And if you want to use a ruler for this, you can. You don't have to. If you make a mistake and it comes out kind of wiggly, just, you can make the wiggly line. Doesn't have to be exactly like Romero Britto. So now I can do different colors in each section. Here I'm gonna do, what should I do? I guess I'll do the flowers again. I like making them different sizes, like really small ones, bigger ones. You can trace a coin if you want to make like perfect polka dots. If you don't really care if it's perfect, you could just draw them like I am here. These are very stylized flowers, so they don't really look realistic. They're more cartoonish. And I'm doing small ones, half ones. Whenever you want to show that a pattern continues, it's a good idea to do like a little edge. Maybe there's a tiny little bit of a flower there, a little bit of a flower that's getting covered up by the table. And I'm gonna make some polka dots in my saucer. I'm gonna do some hearts in this section. Again, my hearts are going, not just staying in the little space, but also to show that the pattern continues. I'm gonna show you how to do like this fish scale design. If you like that, you just make a little U shape, then a U shape that is under that, a U shape under there, the U shape just continues and continues. And I'm going to do some tulips. So I just made a U with some zigzags at the top. Down, up, down, up. Those look a little funny, but remember, if there's just some spikes peeking out, there's a little bit of a tulip. What designs are you making, Rafi? Swiggly lines? Okay, we could do some swiggly lines. Swiggly lines, swiggly lines, swiggly lines that we don't really see the whole design. You can write, a message in one of these. I love so I'm gonna keep coloring, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. All right, so I finished coloring in my second Romero Britto inspired scene, and I wanted to just mention that before you start coloring it in, if you have a black marker or a Sharpie, it would be a good idea to trace over those lines with the black marker. And also, if you notice, I added a extra thick outline to some of the major details in the drawing. So the table line, the saucer, the cup, the handle, and the steam lines. So if you didn't do them already, you could just do them now, because I think it, with all that's going on in the drawing, it kind of helps the eye focus in on, you know, the center, the main part of the drawing. So I'm gonna do that right now just to show you. I'm gonna go with my black Sharpie and just double up those lines. And when I was coloring in, I used a combination of crayons and markers, just like I did over here. If you want to stick with just markers or just crayon, that's fine. All right, so here's my finished drawing, and I think that whoever you give this drawing to is going to be really happy. Bye.